Today's roulette strategy is called Bing Bang Bosh. It's presented to us by Potato Head 47. I also want to give a shout out to Boody, who's submitted a very similar strategy, happened to submit it on the same day, but I've gone with Potato Head 47's version just because Boody's version had too many pushes. There's not a push in this setup, and I think that's better for roulette tournaments. And to be honest, that's the way I prefer to play. Not really keen on having pushes on the table. They're not always disastrous, but as I had two options, I went Potato Head 47. You don't have any pushes, so we're going to try your strategy. So for anybody that's new to the tournament, we have our $1,000 bankroll. We're going to play for 37 spins. This one's going to be pretty easy to follow along with. You are going to need to save the bet. Well, you don't need to, but it's just going to make it much, much easier. I'll show you exactly how it's set up in a minute. We'll get straight on the table. So I've got it saved here. Bing Bang Bosh. It's a $38 bet. And it looks like this. So we have $15 on the top column, $15 on the middle column, and then we have $2 on the corner that covers 26 and 30, $2 on the corner that covers 25 and 29, $2 on 17.21, and $2 on 16.20. So we've got a few different outcomes. We can have some jackpot wins, some big wins, some small wins, some whacks, and some smaller losses. And I'll talk you through the progression as we go on. So 14 is good. Right next door was 20, which is actually one of our jackpots. So you can see, I say only, these can start racking up, but that was our small win. We just won, where's my stats gone? $7 there, okay? Now we actually only have 24 winning numbers, which leaves us with 13 losing numbers. Now, those 13 losing numbers, some of them we do lose all. In fact, I've got it written down. So 9 of them are complete whacks and 4 of them are partial losses. So anything in that bottom column is a loser. Just let the ball spin here. 35 is a winner. We're just going to repeat the bet. Just repeat the bet. Yeah, so anything in that bottom column is a loser, and obviously 0. But 16, 19, and 25, 28, because they have that, they're touching that corner, aren't complete whacks. So if we hit those, we're going to lose $20. And if we hit anything else in that bottom column or the 0, we're going to lose the entire $38. That's on the base bet. Of course, we have a progression for when we lose. Talk you through the different winners in a moment. Let's make sure I just get my bets on. Like I said, this isn't a difficult one by any stretch of the imagination. The progression is very simple as well. For the time being, we're just racking up $7 wins. Okay. So from our 24 winners, we have 4 jackpot numbers. These are, let me just zoom in for you, our 26.29, because obviously that's got 2 corners plus that middle column, and our 17.20. It's got our 2 corners plus the middle column. Then we've got big wins, which are 18, 21, 27, and 30, which touch that top column and just 1 corner. And that pays $25. By the way, our jackpot pays $43. And I'm always talking base bet. So obviously if we increase our bet, the profit's going to be a little bit more than that. I wanted that to get into 20. Right, we've hit our first loser. And that's a complete loser. We are going to repeat and add a unit. So we are going to go up an extra $38 and we're on a $76 bet now. It's not a martingale. I say this in every video, but I think it's worth explaining for any newcomers. The first one looks like a martingale, looks like a double up, but we're just adding a unit. So if this loses, we're not going from 76 to 152. We're just adding $38 if this loses. And we're going to reset when we get back into session profit, if we get back into session profit. 5 is a winner. And we repeat the bet. So obviously previously we were winning $14. Previously we were winning $7. Our bets are now twice as much, so we're winning $14. I think it's going to take, well, let me work it out. It's going to take 3 hits to get back to session profit, which might be asking a bit. Obviously, what you'd really, really love to do now is hit either a jackpot or a big win whilst your bets have increased. So $14 profit, at least $14 profit if it's in that. Oh, that's a good one. We're going to be in session profit for sure now. There you go. That's $126 return. Right, let me get the Bing Bang Bosh base bet back on. And we're $47 profit overall now. So that was quite lucky. We increased our bets and then hit one of our big wins. So remember, 17, 20, 26, 29 are our jackpots. 18, 21, 27, 30 are our big wins. And then anything else that's in that middle or top column is a win. A good win. Not a big win, just a nice $7 profit. Obviously, if you're on the next level, it's a $14 profit. So that's a partial loss. We lost $20 then. We're still going to increase our bet. Repeat. Add a unit. So let's try and work this out. We're at minus 27. We were at, sorry, we're not at minus 27. We're at $27 profit. We were at $47 profit. So we need to make back at least $20. Now, I've just explained that anything in that that middle or top column is going to return $14. So we're going to need to hit a winner twice in a row before we reset. We've just hit a big one. Double our bets or add a unit, hit a big one. That's ideal. Right. Start the base bet again. So that time, because we hit a good one win, recover. If you don't hit a good one, you're going to need to hit these twice before losing. So I can't imagine that we're only going to be on a $76 bet, to be honest. Like we are favourite to win. We have a 64.8% probability of winning, 24 numbers covered. So it's not unusual to lose 2 or 3 in a row. We lost, but again, lowest loser, which again is pretty fortunate. Right, let's repeat the bet and add a unit. So just looking at these stats, that's exactly what we'd expect to see. 24 numbers covered, we'd expect to have won twice for every time that we've lost. So we've won twice as much as we've lost. But there's obviously more to it than that. I would say we're on the fortunate side. We've hit 2, what do I call them, big wins. And 2 of those 3 losers have been partial losses. So for the time being, I think we're on the lucky side. We'll take it. It's about time we had some good luck. That's a repeater. That's a 25 is quite annoying. I know it's a partial loss, but it's right next to 17, which is obviously one of our biggest wins. Right, repeat the bet. Add a unit. I did expect us to lose at least 2 in a row. So we're on a $114 bet. This can start escalating pretty quick. Potato Head 47 also said, reduce when you feel reasonable. So for example, if I get close, so we're at 77, if I'm at like $70 and I don't want to be doing $114 bets, I'll just drop it down either a level or completely reset. He's left that up to me. There's a jackpot. Boom, look at that. That absolutely flew up. Right. Reset. So that was the biggest bet that we had. And we hit a jackpot number. Bing, bang, bosh. I think that's the best outcome you can hope for, to be honest. So 2 partial losses, then a jackpot number. You're laughing. Seven is a full whack. There's quite a lot going on here. I expected this to be a slower grind. If I just repeat the bet and add a unit, I was expecting far more spins to be collect $7, collect $7, and just sort of see this graph grind up. But that's not been the case. It's been like, well, we started off, didn't we, with a nice little slow grind for what, 3 spins? Yeah, 3 spins is how I anticipate it to go. Then a loser, then a good number. Oops, I need to plug my laptop in. Oh, it's just here. It's still plugged in. It's not plugged. Another jackpot. We're on $194 already. Let's get that base bet back on. This has a really good chance if things continue like this, but we're not even halfway through yet, guys. And as you've seen, one loser goes to a $76 bet. Next loser goes to, it must be $114. Next loser after that will go $150-ish. Okay, and there we just collect a little $7 profit, and it puts us at our $201. I mean, if we can just collect $7 profit for the rest of this session, I will be over the moon. If this makes it through to the top 8, this has a chance within the knockout stages, because if you're not familiar, we have 20 spins. So the idea of this roulette tournament is to find a strategy that can last the 37, but then also do reasonably well in a short amount of time. And this is sort of done what I would hope it to do. Okay. Repeat the bet. So this is on $200 profit in 15 spins. Just to let you know, and I am going to go back to this after the roulette tournament, because I don't want to be misleading on how I think you should play roulette. Now, obviously, you can play roulette however you want. But most of the community, pretty smart, looking for the best strategies. I personally think, pick a profit target. Don't have it die hard. Like, if it's just not working for you, walk away. But I would normally have about a 20% profit target. So if I hit that, I'd have walked away. Maybe even 146, I'd have walked away.
Ladies and gentlemen, ball has landed on 6 black. It's even low number, first dozen, third column.
Okay, that's a nice little collect. Just repeat that bet. Yeah, so after we're done with this roulette tournament, I am also going to be doing more whiteboards. There's so much information I want to share with the community, not just about roulette. I know the majority of the community are interested in roulette, but I'm going to be doing videos on like video poker, because I think that's such an underrated game. Some little strategies on that, blackjack variations, all sorts. There's going to be lots coming out. But when we do roulette, I'm going to play it the way that I would play it. You session profit, hit it and run. Okay, we've hit a complete whack. Repeat and add a unit. So just have a look at these numbers. 17 is a jackpot next to 2 losers. 20 is a jackpot next to 1 loser. 26 is a jackpot next to 1 loser. 29 is a jackpot next to 1 loser but a good one. So that area is, oh yeah, but then on the other side of that is another loser. So I don't know if these bets are placed on purpose in terms of those corner bets, like wheel selection, or I'm not really sure. Don't get in 1. 9's fine. So that's a $14 profit. We're just going to repeat the bet. We want to get close to 215, which, if my maths is correct, the next one will put us at 205. So it'll be worth going again, unless it's obviously a good one or a jackpot one. But if our bets do start escalating and I'm short by 10, even $20, I'll just drop them down. It's the smart thing to do. Oh yes, another jackpot number. This is flying. Let's reset. I mean, we are hitting those jackpot numbers at the right time. I mean, when we hit a loser, we increase our bets and then hit it. So, what have I got written down here? On base level, so this $38 bet, it's a $43 profit, which means that when we were on the second level, that's an $86 profit that time. We just hit another jackpot. That's another that was $43 profit. So we weren't at that higher level, but we'll take it. So I'm not complaining by any means, but just looking at the wins and losses, we're on the lucky side. Like I said, wins should be twice as much as losses. So we're already on the lucky side there. Then the layer deeper in terms of partial losses or big wins or jackpots, pretty sure we're on the lucky side, which makes a nice change. Still a long way to go. We're 20 spins in. So if this was in a knockout stage, it's $320 in 20 spins. That'll be hard to beat, guys. Okie dokes. Take the $7 profit and repeat. But you've seen with this roulette tournament, I shouldn't get too excited until quite literally the last 2 or 3 spins. But even with this, if we've got 3 spins left, we lose 38, lose 70. Why can't I do that maths? Lose 76, lose 114. That just go meow. So that's the sort of problem with and I do appreciate this roulette tournament isn't perfect, but it's a bit of fun to try and battle out the main strategies. I see people in the comment section saying one session means nothing. You need to play these sessions like 20, 30 times. You have a point, but let me know in the comment section. Would you watch me play the same strategy 20 times? And then, so do one strategy 20 times, then the second strategy 20 times. So that'll be 37 strategies times 20. I can't even work that out. That's a lot of roulette sessions. I'd be bored of myself, so I'm sure you'd be bored if I was to play it that way. We've just hit another jackpot number. Just going to repeat the bet. What 27 times? Sorry, 37 times 20. What's that? That's 600. You're looking at 700 and something roulette things. I'd have to put, even if I posted twice a day, I wouldn't get it complete in a full year. So do consider that. Yes, this is one session, and this could on another day do terribly. But the same goes with the strategies that have lost previously. Yes, they lost, but on another day they could have done well. But I think it gives you an idea of what we're looking at and the progressions, and you can attempt them if you feel it's within your risk tolerance, risk to reward tolerance. I mean, right now it looks easy, doesn't it? When you've got stats like that, 24 numbers covered, and you've won 18 and lost 6, it looks easy, and especially when your profit is that much. But I don't think that this is as risk-free as it appears right now. You're only 24 spins in. Let's repeat the bet. So I mentioned at the start, I had a similar strategy submitted by Boody, and I forget the exact setup. It was very, very similar to this, but the non-jackpot numbers, like these were pushes, so there was going to be a lot of bets that just did nothing, like a lot of spins that would have just not won money, not lost money. I guess if into wagering, and obviously we've got our wagering. Where's that going? Four's a loser. Let me just increase this bet, and I'll finish my sentence. Repeat. Add a unit. Yeah. So, for example, members of the community, we have our $3,000 wagering leaderboard, and if you want to grow up that in a safe way and collect money from the casino that I'm playing at, they also have like cashback rewards, rakeback rewards. Then having pushes on the roulette table can add some additional benefits. Not really the way that I like to play, to be honest, because you've got that money at risk and it has a chance of losing. That's a good one. Yeah, $400 in profit. That's the time to hit these good wins. Lose one, increase, hit your jackpot or hit your good win. $403, 27 spins, only 10 remaining. Can this hold on? It's normally the 30 spin mark where it all falls apart. They were at 410. I mean, the wagering for this isn't that bad, to be honest. 1,444. We're on $38 bets. For anybody that's playing at standard casino, will be like, "What? Why do you keep on talking about wagering?" And I know, having worked in a UK casino, both online and live. Well, actually, live they do reward your wagering, but online casinos, especially in the UK, they don't really care about your wagering. So if you are one of those players, but I don't understand why you're talking about it so much. On other casinos, there are benefits to it. That's a loss, so we're going to repeat the bet and add a unit. Yeah, so what the UK normally does is reward you for your losses, which can be great, but obviously you've got to lose to get a reward. Whereas these new age casinos just reward you for playing, which is great because obviously you can win money and still get rewards. All right, it'd be great to hit a jackpot number again. There's only 4. I feel like we've hit loads. Oh, there you go, two whacks in a row. What did I say? The 30 spin mark. We've had 30 spins. So I'm going to repeat this bet and add a unit. Remember, Potato Head 47 has said, I can play this. I can bring the bets down as I see fit. So our top point was 410. We're going to need to hit a fair amount of winners to get back to that 410. So if we get around the $400 mark, hopefully, then I have no problem pulling them back a bit. I have a complete reset or just pulling them back a bit. We need to hit some winners first, though. $27 would have been very nice, but we'll take that and just repeat the bet. So that was a $21 profit, wasn't it? Base level is 7. Step up is 14. The next step up is $21. Let's make sure I'm right. So we're on 296 and now we're on 317. $21 profit. I think. I hope. Yeah, so this is going to be a long grind back unless you hit those jackpot numbers, which we did last time and we flew straight back up. But this feels like a long, long grind. Oh, there you go. Jackpot number. This is going to fly again. Nice. Let's get our base bet back on. So I think that is kind of misleading as to how good this can be. We've only got 4 chances of that happening. So we've only got a 10.8% probability of that happening. Otherwise, we have to grind back 410, 300. So we would have had to have won about 5 in a row, roughly, of like those smaller wins, which could be a bit of an ask. We've just hit another jackpot. This could be the number one score, guys. Repeat that one. Potato Head 47. We've got 33, so we've got 4 spins left. If it doesn't fall apart, I think you're basically in the top 8. And potentially the first prize. Another big win. $514. You guys will have to count for me, but I'll tell you the probabilities. I think we've got lucky on every single account here. So obviously the probabilities of winning are 64.8%. There's a 10.8% probability of hitting a jackpot number, and there's also a 10.8% probability of hitting a big win. So that's 8. Have we hit 8 jackpots or big wins in this session? I feel like we might have hit a bit more. But it's also obviously when it happens. If you increase your bets to that level 3 and then hit it, you're laughing. Okie dokes. So we can repeat and add a unit. We have 2 spins left. So this could fall out of the top 8 if it misses the next 2 spins. So it'll lose 76, then it'll lose 114, which will hurt a bit, to be honest. So I think it just needs to hit 1, and it's basically in the top 8. Yeah, it's not a reset though. 514, and we're back at 490, so that's not a reset. We repeat the bet. So there we go. We know, I mean, we've still got this spin, but just having a look at the balance, the minimum that this can finish on is 414, which I'm pretty certain is the top spot. Now, if we just go into these stats, even if this loses, we have been on the lucky side. We would expect to lose about 13. And it's finished on a jackpot. Go on, getting 26. That 3's fine. 3's absolutely fine. That's a $14 profit. There we have it, guys. Bing Bang Bosh by Potato Head 47 performed really nicely. What do you think of that setup? I enjoyed that. So subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, Potato Head 47, you will also receive a third of the winnings, of course. See you in the next video, guys.